the same thing. Belly breathing, yoga breathing, Wim Hof breathing. So very different. Breathwork has sort of taken off in the last few years. Very popular. I do some form of breathwork on most days, but we have to understand what the actual breathwork is doing to your body and then be smart with why you're doing what you're doing. The yoga breathing, where you're doing more of that diaphragmatic breathing, where you're trying to sort of expand your belly, you're trying to lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. That's really designed to sort of down-regulate the nervous system. So I would do that sort of towards the end of the night, right before bed, if you're trying to relax, or if you have some kind of stressful situation, right, where you're inhaling, exhaling. This is very different than the Wim Hof, the hyperventilation breath, where you're right, where you're doing these very aggressive breaths, you're sort of releasing a lot of CO2 and then you're holding your breath. This is actually gonna ramp up a lot of the sympathetic drive in your nervous system. So it's gonna dump a bunch of stress hormones, which again, if you want energy, if you wanna ramp up the system, that makes a ton of sense. For me, I'll do that in the morning, or if I need a little bit of energy, I'll do a couple minutes of that kind of Wim Hof breath protocol to get me a little bit more fired up, to get my system on. But understand like why you're doing what you're doing, because it's really important, because depending on what type of breathing you do, it's gonna have a different impact on your body.